Welcome to the audio post show for episode 44 of the GS guys. Another great episode this past week, and thanks for checking out the audio post show here with me. And a few things to talk about coming out of episode 44 and going into episode 45, our next 30-minute extravaganza show, which is sure to be awesome. It's going to go down next weekend. 3 huge matches on this 30-minute show, pay-per-view length, pay-per-view quality show, available to everyone on YouTube and on the PWE forum. I'm going to run down the card in a little while, but before that I want to quickly recap the things that went down on another explosive installment of the PWE gaming series. Open with Tense showing Flex Foster seemingly how it's done, how to beat Collie King in this game of one-upmanship between the two. Flex coming out showing Tense how it's done, treating Collie King like a ragdoll. Tense sort of got sucked into the mind games, to the one-upmanship of Flex Foster, the game that he was playing. Turned his back for a brief second, and you know Flex Foster, he's going to take advantage of that, and he certainly did, hitting a power slam, sending Tense out of the ring, getting the last word, heading into the clash in episode 45 for the heavyweight gold. The rivalry, the history of these two men dates back to episode 12. They were set to debut going one-on-one in a main event on a 10-minute show. The 12th episode of season 1 ended up teaming together to take on Project X in a handicap matchup. They didn't win the matchup. Flex Foster took the fall in that matchup, but they were both very impressive. They went on teaming up from that point. They had a bit of success against Legendary and Rochelle in season 1. And as things went on, Flex Foster cost Tense one victory too many in a tag match. Episode 20 Fight Back saw Tense turn on Flex Foster, leaving broken, bloody and battered in the centre of the ring. That night we saw how much of a short fuse, how Tense could so easily snap, and he did on Flex Foster, leaving him bloody that night. 5 episodes later on Elite, the two went one-on-one, Madison Square Garden, giant stage, first Elite pay-per-view. Flex Foster getting the win in that one in a great solid matchup, very good matchup, another match I'd like to see again very soon, and we're going to next week as well. Other things like Tense putting Flex Foster on the shelf when he hit that neck breaker, modified neck breaker that put Flex Foster on the shelf for a prolonged period of time. Tense would rub it in his face, would taunt about Flex being in the hospital, Flex making that return. So close to getting a title shot on episode 40. Didn't get it then. Going to get it though on episode 45, which is just next weekend on YouTube and on the PWE forum. Tense going to be in for a huge challenge. Long-time rival Flex Foster wants the gold. He's going to stop at absolutely nothing to get it. It's going to be awesome, guys. Next episode 45, Tense and Flex Foster, GS Heavyweight Gold. Shifting gears though to the light heavyweights as well. This past week, Elliot Reed, his first one-on-one matchup, saw him last episode in the 3-way. Question now and ask all of you guys is, does this guy have a future? What do you think of him? Has he got potential to be a big-time player on the gaming series? Your feedback always welcome below this video on YouTube. Also, feedback greatly appreciated on the PWE forum as well. Speaking of futures though, what about Johnny Razor? This guy, he was right at the bottom of the ladder. Creed saying, you know something, you have to get a victory here, you have to win, you have to prove yourself, at least get one win over PWE, otherwise, you know, you're gone. Simple as that. We don't keep layabouts on the GS. And Johnny Razor from that point got 2 victories over Waleed, a victory in a big tag team matchup, and really stepped up his game. Things for Johnny then started to go downhill a little bit, questioning himself sort of. KY Dragon and Johnny Razor have rebuilt a friendship. KY Dragon's input isn't really helping Johnny Razor, saying that he shouldn't change anything and that it's just bad luck, is quite small-minded and quite silly from KY Dragon to say something like that. If he keeps up like this, Johnny Razor's going to fail and he's going to find himself in a serious situation, as he has done in the past. Who knows where Johnny Razor's future will lie? Time will tell in the near future on the gaming series. And speaking of the future, who knows what the future holds on the gaming series with Project X running wild. How about the arrogance and the cockiness of him thinking he had everything done? He'd beaten Blade, Blade had gone, and he'd beaten Hodis, and Creed was too scared to come and say anything or stop him. And as far as Project X was concerned, those are the three men he's had problems with throughout Season 1. This guy cannot get past Season 1. It's in his head that he's been discriminated on, that everyone's out to get him, that Season 1 he was ill-treated. But it's Season 2 now, and nearing the end of Season 2, over halfway through, and Project X, he needs to get with the times. John Dynamite and Shane Spiker, no, these guys cannot be taken lightly. If you take them lightly, what will happen is what happened tonight. Project X, his arrogance, his cockiness backfired. John Dynamite taking the fight directly to him, and Project X hitting that low blow. Cheap, predictable tactics from Project X. Shane Spiker though coming in, we know when John Dynamite badmouthed, well, John Dynamite didn't badmouth Shane Spiker. He upset Shane Spiker that Shane Spiker wasn't allowed to make a good impression, that his name was tarnished as a result of John Dynamite, and that's where this feud started. Something minor as a right-handed, a tag match it was or something, and for Project X to run down Shane Spiker can't be happy about that, and he's shown that here tonight when he dropped Project X, along with a bit of teamwork from rival John Dynamite as well. I don't know, I can't really see a friendship forming between these two men. These guys are polar opposites, but I think they both won't stand idle and have Project X run them down. These two men are a lot better than that. New Star saying no to Project X. We're not going to lie down and take your insults. You've beaten Blade, you've beaten Hodis, but it's about us now. You can't run us down. We're not going to take it lying down. Project X though, he backed away tonight. It's going to be interesting what Project X's next moves are going forward, as he sees some resistance in the New Stars of the gaming series. Episode 45. It's going to be next weekend. 30-minute episode. Happened. A 30-minute episode went down on episode 35, where Tense won the championship. Now, 10 episodes later, on another big 30-minute episode, pay-per-view quality. He's going to have to defend it against long-time rival Flex Foster. Going to be a heavyweight clash, big slugfest, just how we like it on the GS World Heavyweight Championship. Heavyweight gold going to be on the line. Going to be epic to see that one. Also announced at the conclusion of last week's show, Light Heavyweight Championship going to be on the line. PWE going to face Aussie Cribs, and Aussie Cribs has agreed to the all or nothing rule to get his match when he wants it. Waleed's going to give it to him next week, but at the cost of all or nothing stipulations. Aussie Cribs could join Legendary and Davis on the sidelines. It's a huge possibility. PWE has a habit of running down the competition, and if Aussie can't get the job done, it would lie with Johnny Razor. So, you know, let's hope Aussie gets this one done, because Aussie Cribs, he's always been the pillar of the light heavyweight division. Number one, the first light heavyweight champion, and he's gonna have to dig down deep, because I think he knows more than anyone how much of a challenge PWE is. It's going to be very interesting to see it on the episode 45 extravaganza, if you will, next week on the GS. And also, how about that tag match as well, heavyweight tag match, John Dynamite and Forrest Evans going to go up against Shane Spiker and Tyree. Awesome stuff, guys. Next weekend here on the GS, spread the word about the, and I quote, most underrated CAW Federation online. That's what we are on the GS, and with your help we can grow big. Leave any questions in character, out of character, we don't care. Bang, right underneath this video, audio post show. All your questions will be answered on the GS audio post show. Get them in, guys, we would really appreciate it. Thank you very much for checking out this installment of the audio post show. Next weekend sees the 30-minute show where the light heavyweight titles on the line, the heavyweight titles on the line, and new stars in the heavyweight division compete in tag team action. Following that, of course, the audio post show. Thanks very much, guys. We really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed episode 44 and enjoyed listening to the audio post show. Thanks very much, guys, and check out the PWE forum. Earn loyalty points, get GS DVDs, music, and more. Please, we're begging you. Check it out, guys. Link in your description. Have fun, guys. Leave any questions and comments. You know the drill. Take care, guys.